From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And his first pass is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offense.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 43 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Open man is Duvernay. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and 19. Simeon. Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Shrugs him off. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney. Here's Mahomes to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken around the 12. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings us 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times 2 interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you...
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Simeon's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
First down, Bengals.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the 1st quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. 3rd and long. It's Simeon. This one is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Taken in at the 22. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Chiefs 17. Bengals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
That's taken at around the 40. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Duvernay in motion. Mahomes to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This will be taken at the 10. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 45-yard line.
Now a toss left for Pacheco. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mixing up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Off of play action, Simeon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Play action. It's Simeon. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Devin Duvernay. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Duvernay in motion. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Back at the 48-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. He stiff arms it, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, here's Simeon. Flush to his right. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Devin Duvernay. A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And that'll do it for the end of the
Shut the fuck up. You down 40. Shut the fuck up. You fucking ass. Shut the fuck up. You ass nigga. Shut the fuck up. You ass nigga. You ass. You ass nigga. Bet 100 you can't come back.
The Bucs set to get the football.
Bet 100. I will send you my cash app right now. Send out.
In the second half.
All right. Bet 100. Bet 100. Bet 100.
To bring it out, not a good one as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get.
You're not getting the number 1 pick, nigga. You got 8 wins. You got 9 wins. What are you talking about?
That's not what they got, though. They got a setback and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time this far. McDuffie
Alright, you shouldn't have took Burrow out, nigga. Shut up.
at the 29-yard line.
Hey, you not doing good on defense, nigga.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
I see.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
I see. You let Duvernay fuck you up.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Yeah, he fucking you up. You need to be worried about him.
Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right.
Yeah, we eat those. We eat those. Scooby snacks, nigga.
So not quite
Scooby snacks, nigga.
just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the
Scooby snacks, nigga. We eat those.
And they're going to hurry back to the line.
Trying to tell you, yo, you some trash, yo.
Patrick going to change the play. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it.
You thought you had a pick.
Up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I do. I got one right now. I'm gonna run this bitch right down your throat. I'm gonna run this bitch right down your throat with Pacheco. Watch. Pacheco for touchdown. You thought.
Sliding out of the
Sure.
pocket.
Skates.
Take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Put that nigga on skates.
A touchdown run there.
We put you on skates? Shut up. You got put on skates.
Advantage of the field position on the turnover to
Get the
cash
fuck out of here.
in for 6.
I'm gonna put a 70 piece on you. I might go for 100.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
I'm about to. I can hang 100 on this nigga head easily. That's crazy.
We'll start here at the 25.
That nigga's ass. That nigga's ass. That nigga let Duvernay fry him.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know.
Oh,
do you look
damn,
at this
McDuffie,
as a
you got
time to
fried.
just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
Hey, you shouldn't have had him in. That's why you got Burrow.
Something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
He saw.
This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Oh, you gotta pick that. Legarius, what are you doing? That was a horrible fucking read.
Now a first down throw.
My nigga wasn't open.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Don't worry, yo. We clamp up a whole bunch of niggas, y'all.
Again, Simeon.
You gotta catch that.
And their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent,
That's because I'm over here watching certain routes.
to him in this game.
See?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been
Take away the quick read. Make you actually play football. And niggas suck when they gotta play real football.
Right there on 3rd down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
Oh, they going block this nigga, man. Let me get to the outside. That's a touchdown. Niggas not keeping up with him.
Field ahead and a 1st and 10.
My man Duvernay's frying niggas right now.
Out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this in.
Put a nigga on skates real quick.
And this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right?
I bet. You gotta stop pressing that shit. You looking crazy out here.
Your blowout material and make sure we have some different things. That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Where my man Duvernay at?
Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man is Duvernay.
Duvernay having a game in his career fucking with him.
Make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. To the side.
Yo, you was trash. So you gotta catch that.
Best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had
That
a
was
pretty
an
good
easy ass
game
fucking
He
throw.
certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So that's over there. I'm going over there with you. Oh, he in zone.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That nigga is not fumbling. That nigga is a goat.
Just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue.
I say that too. He's fucking me up right now.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
I ain't gonna lie, this might be a
2nd
touchdown.
and 10.
This might be a touchdown.
Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down.
Yo, dude, and they is fucking you up.
20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's
Yo, block him.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to
Niggas
the
be
24.
fucking looking stupid. That's a touchdown. Them niggas is not fucking with him.
Now Mahomes
got one-on-one though.
on 2nd down. No
Told you.
hesitations, they go right
Told you.
back to Kelsey. And he does
That nigga's a god. You might want to double him.
Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember,
He a
you just
goat.
need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get
That
there.
nigga's a
They're
goat.
gonna be set up in great
Should I go
shape
for a second touchdown of the game?
That is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Yo, you fucking suck, Tony.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing.
Tony is some fucking shit water, bro. You might be getting cut after this shit.
Short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
Kelsey.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Put it in there with the goal.
Touchdown run. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
You might as well free chase.
From deep in the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's past the 30. He might score.
Look at ran him my way.
Score. Touchdown, Bengals.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive
Damn,
continues
I
to
wanted
come
the
through,
3.
doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
I'm gonna get a 70 piece on you.
Maybe like, oh no, don't, and then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes
Think you can stop me?
remind your head coach that he approved.
You think you
the
can stop me
green
from
light
throwing
to bring it
70?
out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
I'm about to say, you're not
And
stopping
the
me.
decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
I just want you to admit that my offense is kind of like that.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive.
Oh, he's fucking wide.
A little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly
He
right
was
fucking
wide open, bro.
What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's all you need to win the game is picks. That's all you need for awards.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Nobody catching him. Stop it.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while.
I ain't even lie to you. I barely use that shit. I only do that shit when I get bored. I fuck with Duvernay more. I'm pretty sure you seen that shit just in the game. I use Duvernay for everything.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Yeah, nigga Duvernay, that's my man.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Defensively with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
This goes out wide for Mixon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Simeon. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Shit. I got to be fried.
Simeon throwing again. To Mixon
touchdown.
on the check down. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, Chase fried that nigga off the line.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And quickly, they get to the line.
Y'all niggas wait till the 4th. They start looking like some poo-poo.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon. That's caught.
He held that? Okay.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it
back there for 14 late. I got you to throw. I wanted you to throw it.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
I'm going to throw 70 right here. Don't worry about it.
Touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Well, you're not getting a fit.
That one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will.
That's one thing I don't even take care of the ball, dog.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continue to move it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Yo, y'all niggas will block, bro. Like, what y'all scared to block for me or something?
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of the first after a gain of about 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Pacheco once again. A beautiful fake. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mahomes going to throw it here.
Get in there!
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
You gotta get your dumbass in there.
Afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Told you I was getting 70 feet.
Defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
that's what he's doing.
They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit down.
Come on, let me fix that, bro. I clicked on him in time.
And figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Fucking Echo, he sucks.
They will touch him down, but not before he gets the
if you wasn't fast, you wouldn't be on the field. That's the only reason you on the field, because you're fast.
As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
And then you can't even keep up with a nigga. That's crazy.
On first down,
what's T. Higgins?
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Simeon incomplete on first. Here's 2nd and 10 now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They making it hell for this little white boy.
He's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To the air again, Simeon. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Duffy, that's this section. Why you, what the fuck is you doing, bro?
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Play action. It's Simeon. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Yeah, they've been there all day. Frying that nigga offline all day.
They get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
GG's.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out